Hello, everyone. What is going on? Welcome to the TNT podcast, episode 52. I think you said, Tyler, it's 52.
Yeah, 52.
That's right.
Well, I mean, if you let me continue my intro.
Well, no one wants to hear that intro.
Hey, man.
The parody version of the usual intro.
I love the parody intros.
I love the
They're
parody
my favorites.
intros. They're so bad.
Yeah, they're so bad, they're good.
We're here, as always, to bother you for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I don't know why you're along for this ride, but hey, thanks for, making sure we're not alone here.
You might as well just stick around.
Yeah, it's like you got Stockholm Syndrome now. It's great.
We got a bunch of stuff going on. Not too much, but there's a few topics today. Thankfully, the Weeb shit is not miles long.
No, the Weeb shit's really short this week.
Although we do have something new to talk about, so that'll come up for at least. Tyler, did you watch?
Did I watch? No, I didn't.
Fuck.
I'm sorry. We were talking about it earlier, and I said I didn't because I forgot. It wasn't even willing.
No, it's not even spoilers. Maybe we'll just dance around it a little bit.
That's
anyway,
fine.
No. Don't put that under Weeb shit, Freeman. That's under.
I thought that's what you were talking about. All right, forget it.
No. I was actually talking about My Hero.
Oh, okay.
No. I didn't even think Tyler was going to watch that show, but we'll talk about it during my week because it's a saga.
It's a saga.
We are going to start off as always because we have Magic news every single time. This is very, very quick news, though. We'll probably have more news next week because spoilers are going to start. But actually, we talked about it last time. Spoilers are coming up for the Commander product for the year, which is one of the most exciting products I know for me and Friedman.
Hell yeah!
Because
always a good step.
It's Commander. Almost every single card that is new for Commander is interesting, and I think it was led again by Gavin Verhey or whatever.
Is he the one who did the last one?
He's the one who did Battle Bond as well.
Okay, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, so he's been a real superstar at Wizards lately. I forget. I think he's like senior designer or something. He's pretty high up there at this point, but he's led a few teams, and he led Battle Bond, which has a lot of really interesting stuff and a lot of really good reprints, like Doubling Season. He has been, like, people were asking him before this live stream that happened last week even, and he just, like, I know how we talk about Morrow sometimes, Freeman, about how he, interacts with people all the time, but Gavin was like, I really want to tell you guys all this stuff, but I can't. We have to wait until this live stream to even give you a little taste. But it's cool to see that he seems genuinely excited by this stuff. And, like, remember Game Nights, Freeman?
Yeah.
He was on at least one of those, and he's just gets really into it. It seems like this guy loves what he does.
He's very passionate about his work, and those are usually the best set designers.
But while we don't have any cards for the new Commander set, we have color identities for the 4 decks, and we have themes. And we got some few pieces of artwork, which I'm not going to put on the video. I got blown out for people saying put the stuff on the memes on the video, but this is something that's better to go see a high-res version of, because some of this art they put out is really awesome. But we have the 4 themes, which... Okay, I'm just going to say them before we give opinions, Freeman. Blue-red artifacts. Jund, which is red, black, green. Lands matter. Esper, which is black, white, blue. Top of the deck matters. And... Why am I forgetting the other one? Help me, Freeman.
Bant Enchantments.
Bant Enchantments. That's exactly it. These are all slam dunk home run themes.
These are super spicy themes.
These are themes that people have been wanting for a long time. I mean, Freeman, I've said on the podcast, and we've been talking about how I'm trying to build this Jund Dragon deck based on Vivictus from Core 19. And it's kind of turning into a lands deck. It has Gitrog, and it has Titania, and it has Omnath in it.
Which means they're going to print some cool tech in this deck that you're definitely going to want.
If I go the lands route. If I don't, then it's fine. But they're just really cool cards. Like Gitrog I've always wanted in a deck, and it kind of makes it. But like that Jund is one of those colors that has very broad commanders that everybody wants more interesting commanders for. That's why I wanted to finally do Vivictus. Esper sounds like a Miracles deck, which is such a cool idea.
It's interesting. I'm concerned that it's going to end up, and it's going to end up a little shitty, just because you need a lot of control of your top of your deck.
We'll have to see what the commander abilities are, because the commander could easily make or break that deck.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of design space.
Reprint Sensei's top in a deck is my question.
I think they have to. If it's top of the deck matters. Especially, and I think that's fine.
Not worth anything. They're fine reprinting it.
Yeah. But Esper top of the deck matters sounds like the most crazy thing ever. That sounds awesome. Bant Enchantress people have wanted for a very long time. Ever since Theros, I'm pretty sure, because there's a lot of cool green, white, and blue enchantment cards that people have always wanted to play with. Yep. I know a lot of Bant commanders have just been kind of forced into being Enchantress decks. Or people run like the Theros gods, either Farah or Karametra, as their commanders of just a 2-color Enchantress deck. But there's a lot of really cool stuff that could happen in a Bant Enchantress deck. And then blue-red artifacts. I mean, this has been a theme that's been asked about for years.
We've been memeing about this one for years now. We finally got a viable commander. Now we're going to get more than one. So now everyone can shut the fuck up and have their choice of cool commanders in this archetype. Which
yeah, we got back in Dominaria, we got Joyra, who is just value engine, almost combo deck. But now we might see some more artifact-focused stuff, because she was technically historic anyway.
Yeah, and it didn't really care about what you had, just that you were playing those.
Just like, cast artifacts, like, who cares?
Yeah, one more like...
But maybe we'll get a new Thopter card.
Gives a shit about you having artifacts.
Yep. So I've already been planning more Brea upgrades for someday. So this is... I'm just waiting for Commander. Just to finish off Magic stuff, me and Freeman actually, I just out of the blue asked Freeman last week if he wanted to do another Magic podcast with the two of us over the weekend, and I fucked up timing because I went to a different store and tried to play Commander, and it was miserable. I fucked it up. But after thinking about it, I was like, this is actually fine. We'll just wait for Commander spoilers to happen, and probably not this weekend, but the weekend after, we'll just do a Magic episode. Just to talk about, M19, Dominaria, Battle Bond, and Commander, and all this stuff that's happened since the last time we did a just Magic episode. And just do a bunch of set reviews, basically.
Just talk about the best of.
Yeah, and just talk about our Commander decks getting upgraded a little bit. And it'll be a lot to talk about when we have the new Commander stuff. But
give me an opportunity to actually figure out what I'm purchasing for most of these decks.
Yeah, because you said when we were back in New Jersey, you will order all your Daxos upgrades before we hang out in person again. This is how big I've been procrastinating. I have an unsaved Excel sheet that's been open on my computer for like weeks that has all the cards I need for it. And I refuse to close or save it because I'm like, nah, I'm going to buy these tomorrow. And I've been doing that every day for 14 days. That's okay. I still have piles of cards on my desk from when we moved here that I've been like, I got to put these, just throw them into the commons box downstairs, and I still don't fucking do it. So I hear you. But yeah, so Magic news, probably to talk about a little bit of Commander stuff next week. But other than that, we don't want to go too much into it. But let's go into
Pokemon. Let's go to the polls.
Pokemon Go. All right, so they showed off new trailers. There was some kind of event they were showing off, and I'm very mad because they showed off all the parts of this game that look really good. Like they showed off everything about gym battles and all the combat in this game and the co-op fighting. And I'm not gonna lie, it's interesting me. And then I go and I watch the live, people playing on the showroom floor, and I remember that, it's just fucking Pokemon Go.
Yeah. Don't forget.
Because half of this game looks really cool, and it makes me want to play it. And then I remember what this game actually is, and I get very, very angry.
You're like,
so I think I figured out what I'm going to do.
Don't forget.
So I'm going to buy it pre-owned at GameStop so Nintendo doesn't get any of my money, so I can try it out.
Oh my God.
For 10% of what I bought it for.
Freeman, no.
No,
Look,
that's
the inner red and blue player in me is like, yo, this is the game you've been asking for every year since you were 8. And I'm like, no, not like this.
Not like this.
But inner me is like, no, you got to play this. You have a whole nother year till another Pokemon comes out. You're playing this stupid game. But fuck Nintendo. I'm not letting them think this was a good selling game. I'd gladly give my money to that shitty company GameStop than support another Pokemon game. There you go.
God,
That's some fucking
That's,
spite,
that's
dude.
my petty spite shit.
that was the pettiest, most spiteful shit I have ever heard today.
Gotta say though, Freeman, you're not wrong about this game. I saw like 2 screenshots and I was like, oh, maybe I would go back and play a Pokemon game.
Absolutely fucking not.
If this wasn't like Pokemon Go, I would maybe consider playing this.
I've seen Brock and his Onyx were super cool, and then they introduced your rival, and they're like, "Oh, look, your friendly rival's here to help." And I'm like, "Fuck you." That's not what Gary is. Gary is that kid who rolls up, beats you, and says, "Smell you later," as he rolls away. With
Beats you up, smells you like. He pulls up in his red convertible.
No. He pulls up on his electric scooter. Stop it.
No,
excuse me.
Those in the anime, cool he had kids. A convertible.
In the anime, he rolled up. He's like, "Nigga, I got 12 badges, 2 bitches, 1 red convertible. What you got? What you got, Ash?"
More along the lines of like the cool kid at school. I forgot about that.
Because Gary is the cool kid at school.
I know.
He beats you to the Elite Four. He's like, you beat the Elite Four.
I
He's
literally
like,
just got here and beat him before you. Get ready to get stomped.
Get ready to get fucked, nerd, and then you beat him.
Before his grandpa can show up to congratulate him.
I came when I heard you beat the Elite Four. The best.
Oh my god.
Never forget.
Such a good meme. Alright. Do you want to move on to other RPGs for Switch?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the one that you guys are both real hyped for.
Yeah, it was the last Friday Octopath Traveler dropped. And both Tyler and I have been playing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this game good as hell.
I knew I wanted it. I avoided the demos because I was like, fucking, I'm already buying this game.
That's a good attitude.
I should have played the demos because the demos are just the tutorial levels and your progress in the demo carries on to the main game. So I could have just gotten through the easy shit earlier.
Which is what's pretty cool.
I mean, I like it. I like how each character has their own story going on, and they're all very different. Like, I went from 2 very different stories. I picked the apothecary dude first, and his story is about like saving people with medicine and how he's inspired by some dude who saved his town when a plague rolled through. And then I went to the next town where it's about this girl who's just like forced into prostitution and is trying to kill everyone. And I'm like, whoa,
yeah,
this is very different.
It gets pretty dank.
Damn,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. What I didn't really grasp, right? Like when I played the demo, I played the dancer, the woman who you were talking about for you.
Yeah, Primrose.
Yeah, I was playing as Primrose in the demo, and I was like, okay, so I can like basically just show people my boobs and they can follow me. That's nice. And I was like, this is cool. And so, I do that in the demo. And when you play the real game, like the full game, like we don't realize is that everybody has their own ability to do things, right? Like I started out as the fighter Ulbrich.
Oh man, he's good.
He's pretty good. Like he's your classic fighter class. He absorbs punches and takes hits. And he can also fight anyone he wants. It's awesome.
Like you go to NPCs, you have the option to challenge literally anyone to a fight.
Yeah, it's amazing. I fought an old man and kicked the shit out of him.
There you go.
Yeah.
What a hero.
But then, like, you got this other dude, Cyrus. He's like the scholar and pretty much the black mage of the or the wizard class, whatever you call it. And he's basically, this motherfucker is Phoenix Wright pretty much. He can go up to a guy and yeah, and what's cool about it is like, yeah, just pretty much argue, but like he investigates things. That's his shtick, right? He goes up, he investigates stuff, and you get like information, like background about these different characters, just random NPCs that you wouldn't have gotten before, and it like really helps immersion. And it also gives you bonus stuff to do around the town. So like say you talk to this kid and you scrutinize him, or like you investigate him properly and you like succeed, then you'll get like a discounted price at the shop, or you'll find a rare item later on. And I think these unique like metagame abilities really help the immersion, and like really like it helps me get to know these characters a lot better. And that's in addition to the combat. I think the combat's like great.
Yeah, I played the Bravely Default series, which kind of inspired this one of having this whole like bank up your turns for one like mega turn where you do multiple moves at the same time. Like it was super satisfying to do that in Bravely Default, and it's even better in this one because in Bravely Default, like basically you got a point every turn. If you attacked every turn, you use the point you got, but if you defended, you saved them up, and you could go in the deficit of like -4, and then you take 4 turns off. But in this game, the idea is every turn you get like an extra point. You're kind of floating in the background, so you're always getting resources if you do anything, and then you can pump those up for a mega turn. So I'm not gonna lie, pumping up someone up to like X4 and then doing their big attack is the most satisfying thing I felt on the Switch in a while.
Right.
It's so
You're
good.
just like, oh, especially with Ulbrich, he just goes ham. If like, because what I like to do with Primrose, I like to do Dance of like the Lion and then give
like boost your
Ulbrich.
guy.
Yeah, and like I give him boosted, and then the next turn, like if they're stunned, I like crank Ulbrich like all the way up to 4, and he like does like over fucking 250.
They do like
damage a
literally
hit.
Super Saiyan animations as they're charging after this shit. It's really hype.
Yeah, and it's complete. Sometimes if you get it right, like if you're fighting against like a normal enemy, complete overkill, but it's just cool as hell to do.
Yeah. I haven't gotten to the part yet that I was on the Octopath Traveler subreddit, and at some point in the game, everyone else can start multi-classing into stuff everyone else does, but they keep like their passive skills. So there's like really deep complexity in building your team in this game. So I'm very excited to get to the late stage of it.
Yeah. What I want to do is, I guess, like, I don't know, because I don't know. Can you switch out like the person you start with? Can you switch them out? Because I know we were talking about.
I don't have a full party yet. After I get the 5th person, I'll see if you can. But I was under the impression that you can't. But
right, actually, I'm gonna try that because I just got a 5th person not too long ago, and I'll let you know. Because if I couldn't, what I was gonna do was I was going to play with 4 in one rotation of the game, right, and not pay attention to the other people's stories.
Yep.
And then play through it again, but then start with like the other guys, right? Like with another set of 4 characters, and then play through the game like that.
Yep.
With just those 4 characters.
Are like completely original.
Yeah, exactly. What sucks is though, because like you have to go through stuff that is scaled to your level so you can level up properly. And it's like doing these character quests are like the best thing to do. It's either that or you run around for a bajillion years leveling up, because it's like the next scale for the person you started out with. For like, if you get 4, it's like, okay, well, I literally got to dick around until I'm level 21 for their chapter 2.
Yeah, there are some gaps where it's like you have to actually grind a bit.
Yeah.
But I'm not too mad about that because I am a fan of the big grind RPGs. I know most people aren't. It's a controversial opinion, but I have fun with it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But more importantly in the news about Octopath, no one will shut up about the fact that the physical copy is sold out in most places now.
Oh yeah, I went to Walmart and it was sold out. Where else did I go?
I mean, first I was shocked, like, wow, they really didn't print enough. And then I sat there and I thought, Nintendo didn't make enough copies of something?
No
and
way.
Then I realized I shouldn't be surprised in the slightest.
They've never done that before.
Never, not once.
But yeah, no, at first I was like, wow, that's shitty, no one gets to play. And then I realized you can't sell out of digital copies. So if anyone really wants to play, it's still there to buy.
That's what your boy Just Tyler did. Because like I was like, well, I did it originally because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna have enough time on Friday to go out and get the game, so I'm just gonna pre-download it and then just download it and I can start playing. So that's what I did, and then I learned like basically the whole like the game was just out of stock.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I got it.
Sam, I just need to find time to sit down and play this. This is gonna be a long game.
It's gonna be.
This is gonna be the one that in like a year you're still gonna be like, still sitting down. First was Persona.
6 out of 15 on.
Guys,
Persona
I swear
5.
I'll be done by next week.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is the new Persona 5.
I should be done just in time for Kingdom Hearts 4.
That game's never coming out. Come
Yeah,
on.
no, that game, no. Kingdom Hearts 3 isn't
no,
coming out
no.
either.
No, they're not. It's done.
Guess what? Well, what's this next thing that I don't
Ooh.
ever want to come
So
out?
who wants to hear about this cancer?
Can we not like?
So today, Disney XD tweeted they're making a Fortnite TV show.
Amazing.
Suicide rate rises to 80%. This is bad. This is what children are right now.
This is what the world has come to.
I feel like an old man.
We are.
Just
That's
yelling
what
at
it
the
is.
sky, being angry at these kids and their newfangled Fortnites.
So you know what's so funny? Just as a just because it kind of relates to this, the reason I was a few minutes later getting on today than these guys was I'll talk about Voltron later, but I showed Val a few episodes of the Toys That Made Us show on Netflix.
Oh, the one where people like reminisce about old toys from like.
Yeah, I already watched that actually on my own over a month ago, and it was really good. So I've been showing it to her, and we just watched the He-Man show episode before, and it's the show is I highly recommend, even if you're not even that interested in like the history of it, just the banter that they almost edit together from these different people that they're interviewing. Like they have the CEOs of Mattel from when all these toys came out, and like CEOs of all the toy companies, and the CEOs of this, and the VP of marketing, the guy who modeled the first He-Man. Like it's such a fantastic documentary series. It's really fun. I definitely recommend you guys watch it, even just listen to it. But they talk about how when they went to sell He-Man to these companies, they were like, yeah, well, but we need something to make the toys matter. And they started with a comic book, and then they added the TV show.
Hell yeah.
And now we're like doing the reverse, where it's like Fortnite's already huge, and now it's going to be a TV show and lock it in, and that sucks. Because what is there in Fortnite?
There's no plot.
It's like that time they had Minecraft story mode.
I guess is the idea like kind of like He-Man, where it's like, here's this toy that just doesn't have anything. It's just a bunch of tough guys.
Let's make lore for this series, kind of thing.
But the problem with that is it feels wrong still, because a toy inherently doesn't have, like, it's a toy. You make the plot line. You know what I mean? Fortnite is a game you play that actively does not have plot. It actively lacks plot just by being a battle royale game where you customize your own character. There's no.
I mean, it
look
does
at that
have
Fortnite
a story technically.
I guarantee there'll be some.
Why do you know
that?
Where, like,
What?
the characters on the show are gonna have like skins for sale in the game. And
it was
this
a
is
solo
big
game.
from everyone
It
involved.
was a solo game before it was a battle royale.
Yeah, but no one cares.
No one cares about the non-battle royale version of Fortnite.
True.
This is awful. No, it's fair. It just
He-Man's
sucks.
great, but it's gonna forever live on in everyone's memories thanks to the memes.
Yep.
The memes. The meme economy.
Yeah.
Freeman, are you going to talk about this weeb show, Hanibado? Hanibado?
Oh, you want me to? I'm watching it.
No. Crunchyroll just emailed me saying, hey, watch this show.
Dude, you gotta watch the volleyball anime first.
We are going to. I promise. That is what we're starting next.
All right, I'll talk about Hanabata very quick in the weeb show. I only seen the first episode, but
No, I only bring it up because I watched Mother's Basement's top 10 animes of the summer.
God.
oh, I literally just opened the video and put it on my watch later.
And it's on there, and that's the only that's just it triggered that because I saw that video and all of the names already left my brain, but then I saw that and I was like, oh look, it's the same thing again. Anyway,
We should talk about this next thing.
let's talk about your racism storyline, Tyler.
Yeah, be careful. We don't want to get demonetized here.
Yeah, we don't want to get demonetized by saying
Yeah,
the word.
not like all my fucking Star Wars videos that I just put out.
Damn.
Look, we're going to use the politically correct term and say the word
naggers.
nibba.
Oh my god. No, but actually, I tweeted out a picture the other day. Out of 5 episodes of Shadow of the Empire, 4 of them were demonetized for music.
Damn.
That's
But anyway, let's talk about actually demonetizing.
yeah. more like
demonetizing your
demoralizing.
account.
Yeah, so this is some crazy shit. Actually, I want to maybe do next week's episode on this, maybe, or something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys about it, but
What about
basically,
censorship.
it's about censorship and all that fun stuff and how it affects everyone's lives.
Well, hold on, why don't we
So-
tell the listeners what this story is so they know what we're
Yeah,
talking
Ubisoft has been cracking down. They said, we're tired of our toxic community in Rainbow Six Siege. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a bot that auto-bans people for saying negative things.
Good.
That's right. You say the hard R, insta-ban.
Good.
Literally instant. Like you get like your
Kicked from
shit
the
gets
game.
you get kicked from the game. You're not allowed to play it anymore. Like Daddy took off his belt and now he is using it.
I
Well, it's not
totally
pop-
agree with
about.
this.
Just want to pop in the story and say, hey guys, what words am I not allowed to say anymore, and see what happens.
People have been doing that. People have been baiting people left and right. Like I've been playing more Siege lately because my buddies play it, and now you just see BattleEye just kicking everyone.
Oh,
Like
man.
it's just fucking everybody's day up. Like you
Good.
say, you call someone like the wrong thing, and you know what? Like I'm actually alright. I don't care. I don't say stupid shit like that on the internet. At least not in game, right? Like I don't do shit like that. Like I'm above that. I've been playing games for online for way over a decade. Shit, almost 2 decades now. Like I'm
Yeah.
above the trash talk like that. Like, you know, I might leave a snarky comment every once in a while, but like, you know, nothing serious, nothing like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't insult people for personal stuff. It's more like, bro, you're bad at this game, or wow, you're awful. That's like
Yeah.
the first extent of insults I'll go in a game.
It's just like, wow, really, dude? And
great
that's
aiming.
where it ends.
Yeah. Like if I didn't learn it from watching you play, then I won't talk about it.
Yep.
I don't give a shit who you are, but if you suck in that game, I'm gonna call you out.
Yeah.
That's about it.
And it's very interesting because just to see the way developers are handling this like situation, like especially like, and not even I'm not just like limiting this to just games either. You know, you got this whole thing with YouTube's scandal with their bot. You know, there's not enough resources to
yeah.
go
Oof.
around,
Just tagging everything.
and so they have to rely on these bots that, you know, they're trying to get to learn. But it's unfortunately for people like, you know, on YouTube, it affects their income, which sucks terribly. Luckily enough for them, you know, it's, you know, they're only affecting their player base, but they're trying to make it quality. Like there's just a lot of things that go into it. That's what I was hoping maybe a topic is in order to talk about something like this.
I opened a document, so I'll type it in when we're on break. But we will definitely do that.
Yeah, but yeah, we can move on from this onto, well, lighter news. If you guys think about it, maybe depends on how your wallet is.
Oh, I didn't realize we snuck this one in here. I thought it was time for some degenerate shit.
I snuck it in.
I like how we're talking about this, but we didn't talk about the Steam Summer Sale whatsoever.
Did we not?
Look, man,
Nope.
I spent $2.50 on a Steam Link, and that's about all I remember
What
spending.
did I actually bought
like a
more than
random
I
game.
thought I
Maybe
was.
we did.
Oh no, I bought the whole Danganronpa collection because
Holy
it's
shit.
more,
God.
it's more than $100 in value for under 60. So I'm like, I was planning on playing these games. Let's just snag this.
I bought literally nothing, and I am A-okay with this.
I bought Hellblade. Wait, let me look. I bought Hellblade. I bought Hollow Knight. I bought another game. Oh yeah, Splinter Cell Blacklist because I wanted to play that game again.
I lied. I did buy one thing.
Piece of shit, you're a liar.
I pre-ordered Yakuza 0 during the Steam sale, even though
Oh.
it wasn't on sale,
I
but it
was
still
like,
counts.
what the hell? That's not on sale. That don't
It
count.
still
Like,
counts. It's the
I bought
pre-order
a-
sale, but it still counts.
Like I bought a watch on Prime Day,
Oh,
even though it wasn't on sale. Speaking of which, that's the next thing.
yeah, I was gonna
Prime Day
say.
came out yesterday.
Well, no, Prime Day is today.
Oh well. Oh
It
yeah.
started yesterday. It's a day and a
Started
half.
yesterday.
Oh,
It's
you're right.
ending tonight or some shit.
Yeah,
right?
so by the time you guys hear this, unless I edit really fast, spoilers I won't, but the Prime Day happened. Lots of stuff on
Yeah.
sale. I mean,
I bought stuff.
it
I bought a
it
lot of
seems
stuff.
it seems at least like it's not as garage sale as it was last year.
No, they have some pretty quality
coordinated a lot of
stuff.
stuff this time.
Because the previous years have been, look at all this shit that's old that we want to get rid of. Isn't it awesome? We want to get rid of it. Please buy it at a fake discount.
The best deal I think I've seen. Actually, I've seen a lot of really great deals this year. I saw a Toshiba 4K 50-inch for $300. That was really good. I saw. I was talking about the Switch. They're selling the Switch at full price, but it comes with a $20 Nintendo eShop gift card and a 64 gig micro SD card.
Amazing deal.
Amazing deal
that you can use to help pay for Octopath Traveler.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
I didn't actually see that deal.
It may have sold out.
It may have sold out. Yeah, that was the thing about a lot of these deals. They only had a limited amount that you could claim, or that users could claim before they were taken.
Xbox
Like, I got-
One X is still there.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Hey,
Fuck
you.
Hey, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Like, what did I buy? So I bought a light up stand that you guys know. I bought a Black Lagoon season 1 and 2. It's one of my favorite animes. Did you know my wife? Oh yeah, I told you my waifu's in there.
Revy, yeah.
Yeah, Revy, my
A
wife.
dangerous waifu, but
A
still
dangerous
a valid
waifu.
selection.
She will never be in the waifu wars, but that's okay.
She
It
made
means
it-
no one else will pick
I think
her.
she made it into round 1 at least, so she made it past like pools.
She is not by any means an
She's not a
actual
traditional waifu.
She's not a traditional waifu. But it's okay because she's my
It's okay.
waifu.
All waifus are special.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
And with that, it's time for the weeb shit.
Yeah.
No, wait. We gotta talk. Should we talk about this
What?
headline that was brought up right before the podcast?
What?
Do we want to talk about it? I was just gonna
Which headline?
The Saudi thing.
Saudi Arabia banning
Oh my god,
47
I forgot-
games.
I feel like
Before
this
we
is
go to the
worth
weeb shit, we
mentioning
need to
real
go
quick.
into the Saudi Arabian shit.
All right. This is
So who posted this? Tyler
did.
posted like 5 minutes while we were pre-recording. Even
I didn't post it. I just talked about
No,
it.
you posted
you
it
linked it
in our Discord.
Oh yeah, in the Discord I did.
Well, yeah, there you go.
All right, fine.
Saudi Arabia apparently has banned 47 video games in response to 2 child suicides, after allegedly being encouraged to do so while playing an online game. The amount of single-player games included in this online game thing is astounding. Some notable inclusions on games that have been blocked. Let's see. The Witcher 3, The Saboteur, a game that is fucking like 10 years old.
Attack on
Resident-
Titan 2.
Resident
Yep.
Evil 5 and 6, but not 7 or 4. Splatterhouse, Okami, that's a good
Oh,
one.
Kami.
Life is
fucking
Strange,
bullshit.
GTA 5, which
is
makes sense.
strange.
God of War 1, 2, 3, and not any of the other ones.
Oh shit.
Because officials are still playing 4 and they don't want to ban it yet.
DMC Definitive Edition, the crappy new Dante's Inferno, the Dante,
the new one.
Devil May Cry, that's not out, the reboot that failed. Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Deadpool, that makes sense. Dante's Inferno makes a lot of sense. Bayonetta 2, Assassin's Creed 2, well-known online and brand new game. And most special, Yokai Watch.
This shit's like
I
banning
don't
Pokemon
understand.
for
I don't
child
understand.
suicide.
So I'm looking up this game.
Maybe it's because there's spirits involved?
The game is called Blue Whale. It's a social media game. And apparently, let's see, is known as the Blue Whale Challenge, a social network phenomenon dating back from. I'm reading the wiki article, by the way. This is my source.
I'm looking at the IGN article, yeah.
Oh yeah, that is claimed to exist in several countries despite having no cases been confirmed. It is a game reportedly consisting of series of tasks assigned to players by administrators over a 50-day period initially. Not just basically, it encourages people apparently to self-harm. More or less.
On IGN, it says in 2016, a Russian journalist claimed 130 teenagers had committed suicide after playing it, but this report was heavily criticized for lacking credibility.
Right.
But still, that's
So in response,
Jesus Christ. Alright, I found the list of things they make you do.
what are the things they make you do?
Carve a specific phrase on the person's own hand or arm. Wake up at 4:20 a.m. and watch a scary video. Make lengthwise cuts on their arms. Draw a whale on a piece of paper. There's little stuff hidden in there to make you think it's not bad. Write yes on the person's own leg if you're ready to be a whale. Otherwise, they should cut themselves multiple times.
The
Huh.
BBC reported in May 2017 that one of Blue Whale's supposed creators was apprehended and pleaded guilty to inciting 15 teenage deaths, saying he was cleansing society of biological waste.
Holy shit!
Overcome the fear and then get up at 4:20 and go to the roof. What the fuck?
God, this is so
What the fuck?
That guy only got 3.5 years.
Makes sense.
Jeez.
If you want to fight it. Do
The
we want to
last
get into some shit
task
here?
Is
No.
jumping off of a building.
Wow! Holy
What
shit!
the fuck?
Damn.
All right, let's move on to the happy world of bullshit
Damn.
anime crap.
Man, that got real dark. We were talking about waifus.
Someone on Reddit made the anti-whale challenge where it's just 50 like inspiring tasks. Like write on a paper saying I'm strong, I can do everything I want 50 times.
So you're saying r/wholesome? Got it.
Yes. Wake up at 10 a.m., open the window, and listen to the outside sounds thinking, I'm happy to live.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
And the last half, repeat the first 14 points. So just do all this optimistic shit over and
Boom,
over
there
again.
you go.
Anyway.
Damn it!
Honestly.
I'm trying to look up the Blue Whale challenge list. First thing that comes up: Suicide Prevention Lifeline.
I think Heavy.com has an article on this. This is stupid. Anyway, on to even more depressing shit. It's time for the weeb shit. And today, we are in the semifinals for the Waifu Wars.
Oh dear
Now,
God.
Oh shit!
So I'm salty, to say the least. A shitty character from Konosuba has beaten my waifu to win at this point, Ryuko from Kill la Kill. We've lost our way by just barely over 1,000 votes there. She's going up against Ochako from Hero Academia. And then over in the other side of the ring, you have me and Luigi throwing down. You have Rem from RE0, who both me and Luigi agree is top tier waifu material. But then she is up against Luigi's former waifu, Hollow, who no one thought would actually make it this far because it's a meme that she keeps making it this far and not winning. But this might actually be her year. She had within 40 votes. Oh, no. Ochako had way more votes going into this. She might end up being waifu of this year. Ah, shit.
Good.
No, I want Rem to win. Anyway,
No.
by the time we come back next week, I'll have the full outcome of the Waifu Wars. Everyone will be salty. It'll be great. Everyone will be bitching for another year until we do this again. And I get to sit here and watch Megami lose again.
Black.
God, depression. Hold on, I'm going to jump off our roof real quick.
Oh my God, don't even.
Anyway, more inspiring. And guys, I'm just going to rapid fire the weeb shit. It's not going to be that long.
That's fine. Go ahead.
So summer 2018 is in full swing. I haven't gotten to start everything yet, but I'm going to give a quick recap of some of the shows I finished watching and did watch. I finished watching Fooly Cooly Progressive. And oh man, that was a steaming pile of crap.
Damn.
Whoa.
Even the Fooly Cooly community is like upset with what it was. They're like, it tried so hard to be the original that it did nothing like the original and was just bad. And my complaint is that it starts in episode 1, episode 6. By the time you get to episode 6, literally nothing has changed. The one selling point I'll hand Fooly Cooly is it's the story of the main character growing up and becoming a man. This season of Fooly Cooly did literally nothing.
Nice.
It just brings you full circle with no one changed, that the main character is a little bit less like socially reclusive. Other than that, fuck it. Cool animation. The music was underwhelming. They didn't use the pillows very much. That's like the one good thing about Fooly Cooly. So I'm upset, but the next season starts in like a month. So we'll see if they can redeem themselves. They're really going with this. One season is meant to just be like Fooly Cooly, and the next season is meant to be something different. So we'll see what the something different is. And I still don't have very high hopes for this. Fooly Cooly is very overrated. And this cements my opinion.
Damn.
Speaking of overhyped, Attack on Titan starts next week. I think it's next Wednesday, so it's going to be right after
Why
our
are you
next
saying
episode.
overhyped?
Damn.
Believe me, as someone who loves the fuck out of Attack on Titan, this show was overhyped for a while. If season 2 didn't decide to come out like 5 years after the original, this would have ended up being like the Sword Art Online of our generation. Where everyone's just like, oh, normies like this anime.
Normies
like this anime. That said, I love this anime too, so that's making me a normie. But the point is, it comes out on Wednesday, and Toonami already announced they're going to broadcast the dub 3 weeks following that premiere. So they're between Hero Academia and Attack on Titan, they are just barely trailing the Japanese release, and this is insane. I can't believe we live in this era. You used to have to wait years for this shit. They're gonna get JoJo on here too when the new season comes out in October. I can't wait.
Damn.
Tsunami's really killing it. If only they showed DBZ in the afternoon like they used to.
Oh, the days.
Anyway, but speaking of DBZ and Cell, the new anime that the anime meme subreddit has latched onto, and then I went and sat down and watched and found legitimately enjoyable, is this show called Cells at Work.
I have seen a second of this in that video I was talking about.
The idea behind it is they take the human body and they anthropomorphize every part of it. So the main character is a red blood cell who delivers shit to other parts of the body. And she keeps running into this white blood cell whose job is just to kill germs that show up. And there's just like shenanigans. They get lost in the spleen. The platelets show up, and the platelets are portrayed as this roaming group of kindergartners who are all doing construction work inside the body. Because for anyone who doesn't know, platelets only last like 8 days or something. So it's just a lot of like humor about anthropomorphizing the human body, and it's very wholesome. If Luigi wasn't traveling to go hiking, I would tell him like, yo, go watch this show ASAP. Pretty good. It's very fun. If you like slice of life, it's in there. If you don't, stay the fuck away. You're not going to enjoy this in the slightest.
So is it Osmosis Jones?
It is. It's Osmosis Jones, but with a waifu involved this time.
No
Everyone
joke.
Okay.
Red blood cell Chan.
No joke. In Mother's Basement video, he makes a reference to Osmosis Jones. Wow, that's weird.
It pretty much is, except now there's waifu material in it, so everyone's interested. Speaking of waifus, it's summer. That means beach volleyball anime.
Oh, yeah.
Harukana Receive. When I saw the first episode, I thought it was just going to be another show where, jiggling is the main point of the show. But it's not. It's actually about the sport. It was very interesting.
And the jiggling.
And a little bit of jiggling. But then I went into the next summer sports anime all about a female sport, thinking it was going to be the same thing. And oh boy, was I wrong. I watched the first episode of Hanabado, which is the... What's it called? It's not tennis. It's badminton. The badminton anime.
The
one
holy fuck. The first 90 seconds were so well animated. It was... The actual, in-a-game footage was so good. I cannot wait to watch more of this. And the first episode alone doesn't have your typical optimistic sports anime tone. This is the story of a girl who lost at, the finals or, semifinals of the Japanese badminton tournament. She goes back to high school and she's pissed, and she's, overly training her team to the point that people are quitting. And who walks in to maybe join the club but the girl who defeated her effortlessly at the Japanese finals? And that was the end of episode 1. But you got this rivalry going for it. You got, these depressed players. The animation's super tight. I think this might be sports anime of the year, especially considering there's actually a ton of sports anime this season. But pretty good. Highly recommend at least watching the first 90 seconds just to appreciate the animation, even if you don't give a shit about watching sports anime. And the last one, I wanted to watch this. It's called High Score Girl, and it's the plot of this girl who meets this guy who's in her school class, and the two of them are at this arcade, and she schools him at every game possible. And this is one of those infotainment shows where it's more about them just talking about video games. They don't even beat around the bush. They're talking about Street Fighter 2 in episode 1. She's explaining in-depth combos and why he's losing. And it's cool. But I go into the discussion thread, and I saw earlier this week that Netflix acquired it, meaning it's not going to release for 6 months. So I go into the episode 1 discussion thread, and I look under legal streams, none. And burying all the actual discussion comments is one comment saying, "Yar har fiddle dee dee, we be setting for the 7 C's." And that was more upvoted than anything related to the actual episode. So we're going to have to sail the 7 C's this one until Netflix gets off their ass. But that one's really odd. Netflix seems to be buying every single CG show out there, and I don't know why. They had one show called Agent that was really cool, but it was a very early kind of we're going to do the whole thing in CG approach. And
I couldn't do it.
I want to watch it because I heard the plot's pretty good, even though it looks like shit. But the thing is, Netflix bought into this whole let's just buy up the CG anime sphere because that'll just be our thing now. So they do that. They just buy CG anime.
Woo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's about it.
I'll talk about a real anime later.
Amazon's pretty strong with buying shows this season, but I'm not mad because they don't have anime strike anymore. If you have Prime, you watch all their shit. That's all I want to hear. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Oh my god.
Anyone got any more weeb shit?
I got nothing.
We didn't talk about My Hero yet.
All right. Because Tyler didn't watch.
We can talk about it a little bit.
All right.
There's okay, look, Freeman, this was a fluff feel-good episode, and it felt so good.
This was a good episode. This was a pivot moment for multiple characters.
Well, one character.
This was like the power-up arc.
Okay, yes, you're right. It seems like it's the power-up arc, which is awesome.
A lot of characters
ended the episode
a lot cooler than they started.
You know how you realize that? Because the villains show up for one frame of the intro, and that's
Oh my god, the intro. So wait, the new intro came out.
Yeah.
Super underwhelming so far, and I knew this was going to happen because I know this band.
It was so generic.
It's the most generic Japanese rock band song, like, you can imagine.
Look, see, okay, so I didn't really like the last intro. I Keep My Ideals. I didn't like that at the beginning, but it grew on me really hard. This is just kind of like, well, I love watching the intro because the animation is awesome, but this music is just...
Yeah, Lenny Code is just... They're super generic. This is
so... Tyler, I don't think you'll dislike it, but just focus on watching because there's a lot of cool shit in the intro, as always, but it's just like... Turn off your ears. The music is like,
fine.
It's just it. At least Keep My Ideals is weird.
Keep My Ideals weird.
I keep my ideals. Odd future. I'm just happy that my favorite side character made a reappearance this week.
Who?
The mechanic girl from
Oh yeah,
dude,
Hatsume.
I love her. She's hilarious.
The scenes with her.
They were all great.
The way she's reintroduced.
One of my friends said she was best girl.
She is actually best girl.
Not gonna lie, I would almost say that, and I don't even like thinking those words together. But
oh my god,
there's
objectively wrong.
No, listen. The little crosshair eyeballs. Those make the whole thing work.
No,
man.
I don't want. Nope. No, Tyler.
I
was about to say something inappropriate.
Do it. Say it.
Nope.
Say it.
Little children are listening. Damn it. I can't be myself fully on this podcast. It's terrible.
Wait, we have little children listening?
Maybe. I don't know.
I just said the word nibba in front of all of them? Oh, no.
Or nagger.
Oh, my God. No, Freeman, okay, so you spoiled something a little bit before I saw the episode. I kind of knew about it from my coworker. As long as shoot style isn't the constant, I don't care.
It's probably gonna be
It can't be.
No, it's gonna
so
be
boring.
It's gonna be like a parent series. Like, you know how One Punch Man has serious series, and then he has all these cool punches under that umbrella? That's what I think it's going to end up being.
What was the point of powering up the suit if it's just going to never be used anyway?
It's going to be used. Trust me. It'll be used. Again, I'm talking out my ass. We've finally reached the point where I know literally nothing else in the future, and I'm very happy.
No, actually, speaking of best girl for Tyler, Freeman, correct me if I'm wrong, but the anime subreddit and most anime fans, one of the upcoming characters from this arc is best girl. I heard.
Oh yeah. They showed off some of the artwork for this season, and there's this group who I'm not gonna lie, looks like soldiers or something. And
they look like they're almost Nazi soldiers.
Yeah, well, just a little too close.
It's a little close.
Everyone in the pre-hype discussion there's like, "Yo, this girl's best girl. I can't wait."
The girl is best girl.
I can't wait for arc. I'm like, "Oh fuck, she has a whole arc." All right, here we go.
Oh man.
These thirsty motherfuckers fell in love with Toga, and she was on screen for like maybe 4 minutes tops this season.
Also, the book, Freeman.
Oh my god, yes.
I was rolling on the floor,
the gags in the
laughing.
Top notch, Tyler. Just gotta watch.
You really, Tyler, you have to get back into staying up to date every week because it's worth talking about.
Man, I got important shit to do, like going to work.
Tyler, we've already established that you're watching this without Leslie at this point, so just take the 20 minutes once a week and just watch the damn show.
Don't toss a load.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, you're not on speaker.
Is there any chance of her actually watching this?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's no way.
Oh my god.
Tyler, you could practically take the break and watch it, and it's there's just a lot of no. Okay, I know I keep adding more shit to this, but
That no
Freeman,
sounded very JoJo-esque for a second.
no.
there.
Oh, whoops.
Oh!
Freeman, the Tokoyami bird face.
Holy crap, his upgrade was sick.
Okay, Tyler, this episode is called Creating Ultimate Moves. So you can imagine what's happening in this whole episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's just people figuring out new powers, and they are all fucking amazing. Oh my god.
I'm waiting to see if they make some more useless characters more useful here.
Yeah, like, what the fuck does Invisible Girl do for her ultimate move?
I have no...
Lay down and trip people? Like...
Headphone jack. I don't know what they're going to do.
It's... Tyler, I hope you watch it and let us know when you do.
I'm gonna
because...
watch it. Shit, I gotta
I
go
got
to
the
Ohio
spiciest fucking meme I'm ready to share. I'm dying to post this in the group chat.
I don't even want to go to Ohio.
Thanks, Tyler. It's not like... No,
You're right.
I know.
No, literally, my parents are like...
Fuck you, you gotta go.
They're like, oh, they guilted me. They're like, like the past like 4 family trips we've gone on, you said no to all of them. I'm like, you're right.
Yeah, and now you have to. You said it's not near us in Ohio, right?
I don't actually. I'll be honest. I don't know. I was gonna ask them, see where
you should
they
find
were.
out where it is. See if you can stop by for a little bit.
That would be nice, actually.
When are you gonna be in town? Like in Ohio.
Saturday afternoon.
Okay, because Val has her recital for her dance thing, but I'll be around.
It means you guys can watch Hero together.
I was gonna say we could literally show you. Dude, we literally rewatched the episode again the next day on a break from Voltron. Like that,
It's a good episode.
It's really fun. Anyway, we'll finally finish. We'll take our break. My Hero continues to be amazing. That's all.
That's it for the week. Shit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take our break. I'm gonna go refill on water because it's hot as hell in my office. And when we come back, we are actually going to talk about fan projects in honor of the Uncharted film that Nathan Fillion put out. Like, what was it, yesterday or over the weekend, I think?
Pretty recently.
I'm upset I didn't watch it yet.
I didn't watch it either, but I saw a clip of it, and it looks pretty cool. But we're going to talk about fan projects in general and how much they've helped and hurt things over the years and the ups and downs of fan projects. So we'll take a break, and we'll be right back with fan stuff. And we're back. Let's talk about fan stuff, because fans are better than the actual creators.
You're goddamn right.
Let's talk about fan
Shots fired.
service. Service the fans due to these fan
Oh my
projects.
God.
Yeah, service us. Consarn it.
Oh my god! All right. So what? This was the Uncharted movie inspired this discussion.
Yeah. So I think it was either Monday. Like, I think I saw it yesterday on Reddit, but it came out over the weekend. Nathan Fillion basically, I don't know if he made it or at least starred as Nathan Drake in a 15-minute Uncharted fan film.
Which is great, because I can't think of anyone better, honestly. I really can't.
I feel like he's in like everything at this point.
He is the classic nerdy kind of but handsome guy who makes
resources.
lots of jokes. Has resources.
Chris Pratt, what?
Okay,
Yeah,
him too.
he doesn't have quite the soft face though to pull off the kind of nerdy look. He looks a little too chiseled right now, especially with a little bit of scruff.
Way too dashing.
He's like the step up from Nathan Fillion. That's about it. But
Yeah.
I mean,
looks
I
really
just
good.
wanted to. I saw, like I said, a clip of it. It's like he dives out a window, lands, and then shoots some guys, and jumps into a car and does a big jumping punch on a guy's face. It's like, nice.
That all seems like Uncharted, and I know because I played that game a bunch.
I think you're the only one here, right, Freeman? You didn't.
I
did
watched
you?
one of my college roommates play through Uncharted 1 and 2. Which one had the train sequence? That 2?
That's 2.
Yeah, I watched a good chunk of 2.
2 is
The game is dope.
by far it's one of my top 10 games.
Wow.
For a reason.
Oh, from the episode or
Yeah, from the episode. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves specifically,
Damn.
like one of my favorite games of all time.
nice.
Like, man, like I said, like that was just good. And I like the fact that whoever made this did a good job. It looks like they did a quality job. Actually
yeah, it looks
reminds
pretty
me.
solid.
I don't think I ever told you, Tim, or did I? I think I did. My roommate Trevor, back from college, he made a Mass Effect fan film called Red Sand.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and he got Mark what's his face, the voice of Male Shepherd, to play as one of the scientists.
Cool.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's pretty fucking dope. And he did all the VFX for it. And like, it looked pretty cool. But yeah, I like it when people get really into that kind of stuff.
So where do we want to go from here with this discussion?
I don't know.
Well,
I just I thought about it.
Wasn't there I mean it's cool, the world of fan film. Wasn't there that Power Rangers fan film? Remember that?
Oh yeah.
How that's a story of not success, because I mean,
Wait, did it actually come out?
Yeah, it came out.
Yeah. It was like a 15-minute thing. It was in the future when most of the Rangers are dead.
Oh jeez.
Well, yeah. What happened with that? Because I think that one of the reasons why we picked this as a topic is because of the huge backlash that comes with sometimes of, you know, doing fan-made stuff. Yeah. And that was one of them. Saban was like, no, you can't do this.
This is Dunzo. Get rid of this. This is not what Power Rangers is.
And the dude was like, listen, I made this with my own money. There's nothing you can do. I'm just putting it on YouTube. There's no ads. I'm not like doing anything. I'm literally making zero profit, and like showed the proof that is like, listen, I am making zero profit. And they're like, all right, well, there's nothing you can do, Saban. Like literally, they're not making, you know, anything off.
James
like,
Vanderbeek was in this.
Yeah, him.
I'm watching it real quick.
Katie Sackhoff, like he's got some like
people. Real actors in this.
He's got real talent, like in that short. I think one of the girls that lays in the Black Ranger's bed. No, they're both porn stars.
Damn.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Wait, so this is a 15-minute movie and has 5 minutes of trailers, or it's not trailers, credits. Holy crap! Anyway,
I don't remember. Either way,
anyway,
yeah. The biggest negative to these things, to these fan projects, is the company themselves. In some cases, the example I gave while before we started recording again was there's been, I mean, Capcom over the years, the Resident Evil series.
Oh my god!
There was a fan remake of the entire Resident Evil 2 game.
Oh yeah,
and I believe what happened is Capcom asked them to stop, but come to Capcom and offer some ideas and kind of help with what is now the remake. I don't actually know if that's happening.
Interesting.
Well, the remake is happening.
No, sorry, I don't know if they actually got onto the team or not, or if they just visited. Actually, another one I just remembered. Remember Blizzard? WoW with the classic servers?
Yeah, I thought they didn't contact any of the fan groups, or just they were inspired by it.
I mean, I thought they got in touch, but I mean, they had to get in touch to shut them
down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
like, there's the negative.
I want to go back to Capcom for 1 second because I remember this story, and this made me mad the first time I heard it, but it was right after the 3DS got launched. They wouldn't shut up how they were going to actually release Mega Man Legends 3, which was like rumored to be in release for years, since like the N64. So they talk about how Mega Man Legends 3 is going to come out, and they really want the community involved in this. They kept putting out polls and shit for what players wanted, and it looked like it was doing well. And then the creator of Mega Man had a falling out with Capcom, and they canceled
Kenji
Legends.
Inafune.
They canceled Legends 3 to like get at him, and they're like, "Oh, well, the community just wasn't involved. We didn't see any interest." And everyone got pissed at that statement because there were so many hardcore fans for this. So then someone on the Capcom team releases all the assets that were in Legends 3 because Capcom said, "We are never releasing this game." So they release the assets, and the community starts putting it back together and making their own Mega Man Legends 3 until they get that cease and desist. And that's the irony. The fans were not dedicated enough to warrant us releasing this game. Oh, but they were dedicated enough to make their own version of it when we canceled it.
Yeah, really.
That's some bullshit, and that's why I hate Crapcom.
That's why I hate Crapcom.
But then they do stuff like try to get people to help out with the, what's it called?
What?
They try to get people to, come in and help with the Resident Evil remake.
Yeah. They're so two-faced. It's annoying. They advertise as being for the customer, and then they just shut everything down.
Capcom's had lots of ups and downs over the years. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
A lot. Oh no, only a
understatement.
couple.
Yeah, just
Couple
a
dozen.
handful of ups and downs. But this, it's funny. I feel like you hear a lot more about fan game projects than about fan film projects, but that makes sense because it is a hell of a lot easier to make a game.
It's also easy to show off a game in the early stages. It's hard to show off a movie in the early stages and it still look good.
Mhm.
But
It's like you got a lot of talent, like doing stuff and like concepts of storyboards. Like that's pretty
like
much it.
pictures of the set always look like shit when they release those for movies. But screenshots from the dev copy of Pokemon Uranium, that looks pretty poppin'.
But the flip side of that is the other comment I made. You cannot tell people about these. This is not the idea is where I first heard it from the Best Friend podcast, but they pointed out very accurately. Do not ever announce these game projects until they are done. Or probably the same applies to film.
Hold on, there's also a second rule. Absolutely do not talk about it if it's a Nintendo fan project.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Nintendo, like, look, we talked about how Blizzard maybe a little bit, talked to the guys who did the server, even though they never brought them on really. And even if they did, it didn't mean much, and they're just doing whatever the fuck they want. Because what do the fans who are running the classic server know for WoW? And then Capcom has like these ups and downs with all these different groups because everyone wants to remake the good old Capcom games.
Yep.
But Nintendo
takes the fucking cake though.
Wasn't there
Actually.
that Metroid fan game as well?
I didn't even hear about that one.
That got shut down. A Legend
Yeah,
of
I knew
Zelda
there was one.
thing got shut down.
I didn't even know there was a Zelda
Oh
thing.
yeah, there was this I got this before they were able to shut it down. But basically, someone made like a Legend of Zelda map maker. Like they took like all the components from like A Link to the Past, and they made an editor. It's like, yo, you can make like your own dungeons. You can make like
Oh
your
my
own,
god,
like,
you're
Legend of
so
Zelda's-
shut down.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, they were gone. But I got a copy of that before they took it down.
See, you say you got a copy, but if you got a copy, that means the copy still exists on the internet.
You're goddamn right. All it is a zip file.
Sounds
that's
like
what
a
I
job
mean.
for
Yeah.
GitHub.
That's exactly what I mean, though. That sounds like the person finished their thing.
Yeah, they did.
You-
No, actually, they were in beta. They didn't
Okay.
finish it, but they were close.
You have to, on a one-to-one person, very personal basis, talk about this project. You cannot announce to the world that you are doing these projects, especially for Nintendo, because most likely
You're gonna
any
get shut
company,
down.
like if you're putting out any kind of product, the company is going to come after you, even if they're nice and they kind of work with you, or they don't immediately just smash you with a DMCA. You're not going to get to continue very much. Like, if you're lucky, like the Sonic Mania guys were all Sonic fans who like made a Sonic game
Oh yeah.
or something like that, and then Sega brought them in and they made the only good Sonic game in the last few years because what the fuck does Sonic Team know, apparently?
Not a goddamn thing, clearly.
Clearly. But that's like a super rare scenario, and they probably had to take down whatever game they had because you can't use these properties. It is copyright. Even if it's a fan game, they're gonna try to shut you down. So all you can do is just make a throwaway account, post it on like GitHub or something like that, and just say, "Hey world, here's this fan game that we made," which is basically what Pokemon Uranium did.
Still got shut down.
Well, I mean, it's out there. I'm sure you can
Yeah.
get it. But the account that I'm sure posted it is gone, but it's out there now. And as soon as it's on the internet, you can't stop it. It's never going to be completely wiped away. And all it takes is one person to download it who's like, I'll wait till a month after it's gone. Make my own throwaway account, buy a $20 laptop and set it up in a cafe somewhere and just
Right.
upload it again. Like, it's out there. And so if you announce it without without a product, you're going to get shut down. So never ever release it early. Don't even bother.
It will just get shut down, and you will be DMCA'd.
Your only recourse is to just post it and run and just laugh as pretty much companies like Nintendo just try to shut it down and realize, oh, it's on the internet.
And you know,
Oops.
like I guess I can understand to a certain point, it's like, you know, they don't want anything that's unlicensed out there. Like they don't want to encourage software that isn't licensed because it's not valid. And it's like you run the same risk as like you would pirating, right? Like, you know, if you go and you download this unlicensed thing, and there's a good chance that like your computer might catch stuff. But like they also, I guess, don't want non-licensed things because it's like, oh, this is not affiliated with us, blah blah blah.
Yeah, because they can't control, because you can print a licensed by Nintendo thing on anything.
Yeah.
They can put whatever they want in the game. A good fan isn't going to do that, but there's shitty people in every aspect of the world that are going to just do it just to say, haha, look, Nintendo's name's on it.
The fucking trolls.
The Nintendo.
And then you go to China, and then you go down a street, and a week later, there's old Game Boy carts that somehow have fucking Pokemon
orange and purple on them.
Yeah,
orange and purple.
Ready to go. I remember, the JonTron video about the Pokemon games.
Oh, the bootleg Pokemon games.
The bootleg Pokemon games, and there's like the he makes a joke about the Japanese one. Oh man. But yeah. But the sad thing is, so many of these projects are so cool. Like Pokemon Uranium, that with radioactive Pokemon, that's so cool. Like the Metroid fan game, or people trying to remake whole games. That's just awesome. There was I don't actually know if the mod still exists, because then there's the other aspect of it, is people who try to build games again inside other games.
I was going to talk about this, like the whole custom map concept.
Well, not even that, just using it, like, kind of building into an engine. I'm trying to find it.
I mean, I don't know if you guys play this. I want to talk about this for a little bit, but I remember in Halo 3, I think the map editor was pretty robust. I remember my brother and his friends spent millions of hours playing individual maps just because of how passionate communities were within these games, just creating good
there was
custom maps.
A lot of custom maps.
I feel like this kind of extends a little bit.
In fact, like, what's it called? Which is interesting, right? Because they, like, Bungie facilitated this even more as the game went on, right? They're like, oh shit, people love this so much that like even Rooster Teeth, like they had like a separate like playlist of like these Roadster challenge maps that they would do.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like there was like a huge community, like you said, like just dedicated to making these maps. And that's just because, like, you know, because they heard the fans and they're like, all right, you know, why don't we facilitate? Why don't we give them the tools to do this? And guess what? It's like they completely avoided something that could have been a thing. Potentially, they might not have thought about that, but like by doing that, they did circumvent what could have been a thing, and just gave people the tools to do it, which I thought was really cool.
I remember, so you guys had that on the Xbox side, but over on PS3, we had this game called Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember when that one came out. I played through the whole campaign. Like, that was pretty fun, and I put it down. My brother picked it up, and he started playing like 6 months after it came out. And holy shit, the custom map community for that game was like the entire reason to play that game.
Unreal, actually unreal.
And it was insane. Like people went like above and beyond. And I remember they had to release a second one, not because they wanted to do anything crazy with their own campaign, but they wanted to release more robust tools for the community. And I remember when some other team decided, oh man, look how good Little Big Planet did. Let's really, cater hard to our community. And they came with this stupid game called Mod Nation Racers.
Oh god, that game.
Which I played, it's like, it's gonna be the Little Big Planet with Mario Kart. And the problem was the game actually sucked. So that got shut down the second Little Big Planet go-karts came out or whatever. But they were all kind of jumping on this train of let the community do what they want. Because for anyone who's not in the know, like League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, they all came from a Warcraft 3 custom mode called Defense of the Ancient, or Dota.
Yep.
which gave us Dota 2. The point is, it's the fans' creativity within their like whatever IP they're passionate about that kind of leads to these crazy things. And especially if you give the community an avenue to do it legally, where these companies are like, we don't give a shit what you do. Go ahead and do what you want. That's one of the best breeding grounds for creativity, even if it is like confined to whatever game space they're in.
Mm-hmm.
I think companies that embrace that are definitely better off.
Yeah, like you're at least giving them something instead of nothing.
Yeah, the Nintendo approach.
Nintendo's like, fuck
God,
you.
they piss me off. You can't make
Wow.
any Pokemon projects. Oh, Niantic, what's that? Pokemon Go? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Go make this fucking atrocious sack of shit. Be my guest.
Blat.
Makes me angry.
I don't know. It needs
with good
to
reason.
just needs to stop. Just needs to.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It's never gonna
Right.
stop.
It's never gonna stop.
It will never stop.
I just want developers to
Trying to
be
pull
cool,
my
man.
Palpatine voice.
I just want them to be cool. Why can't they be cool? Why can't they just let people do what
you
they
know
do?
why? There's one very good reason. Because they have lawyers sitting behind them saying you absolutely cannot let them get away with this because of our copyright.
Yeah.
Or no, they don't even say that. The developers probably would love it if people made fan projects, but they absolutely aren't allowed to let them do that.
So I
The
remember
lawyers step in immediately.
So I remember Reggie Fils-Aimé, the president of Nintendo of America, he has on multiple occasions acknowledged the fact that the fan translations of Mother 3 are the only
Yep.
reason the series is as popular as it is in the United States. But he's walking such a fine line every time he
Yep.
acknowledges them, because Nintendo Japan is like super butthurt, like, get those off the internet, those don't belong there. And
Yep.
it's like, fuck you, release the game in English or shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's an issue of just availability. That has nothing to do with being a fan project, but at least you got
you're not
Reggie
wrong,
acknowledging it, which I like. Even though
I
there are
think that's
tons of cease
important
and
too,
desist
because
out
that also means like they know. They
I-
low key know.
I mean, that's why they've re-released Earthbound on the Wii U and the 3DS eShop, because they're like, people actually do want to play this. We should probably work on getting this out there for America. But I fucking wish they would take something like Mother 3 and release it.
Look, there's probably one guy who's allowed to kind of pluck away at it, and that's about it. That's just that there's no actual setup for actual people like working on it regularly.
Yeah. Just makes me angry.
It sucks. It really is disappointing.
Oh man, I brought this up in an earlier discussion, like probably in our first 10 videos or so, but there was this dude I saw on YouTube who made this video called Nintendo, Why Won't You Let Me Give You My Money? And he was just talking about like Nintendo not releasing stuff. And I found the video, and this is a fucking relic. It's got terrible like microphone buzzing in it, and he's just spitting out his money on the table, listing games he wants to buy that Nintendo will not release in North America.
Blat.
Amazing.
I love that video. I can't believe it's still on the internet. But yeah, no, I hate how much they like stub out creativity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm following one fan game, and they already made the mistake of talking about themselves in pre-alpha. But I was a big fan of the Mega Man Battle Network series on Game Boy, and they butchered that series when they tried to continue on DS. So some dude is making a new version on Facebook and releases a zip file like every week of his new upgrades, and I'm just sitting here waiting for Capcom to come in and shut down his page.
Mhm.
He's like, yo, what's up?
Hey, that's a nice copyrighted IP you're playing with there. It'd be a shame if
Right?
someone
Send a
DMCA'd you.
DMCA, yeah. It'd
Yeah.
be a shame.
I'd written one thing to talk about down, but it has nothing to do with video games or like. It's technically like fan content, but this one pisses me off. You're seeing this rise of easy to make fan content, and especially in the field of English anime covers, especially for songs. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. Every time I go on Spotify, I get recommended anime playlists that are just random people writing their own English lyrics to anime songs. And while you are skirting the line with copywriting, it's such like an easy thing to do, and it
Mhm.
just almost shows no like regard for the original. Like I see these guys who don't watch anime who just cover shit the day it comes out because fans ask in the comments. Like, I don't know if this falls under the right category of what we're talking about, but like that's 100% fan content. I hate it because since it's original lyrics and stuff, the copyright holders can't go after it, but it's so low effort that I just hate that it exists.
I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's my brand. Gotta force anime in here some way.
Gotta force anime in here somehow. I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
Gotta force the anime in.
You guys have any other big talking points for this one?
Not as much as I thought I would, honestly.
I mean, there's honestly, I just hear about like there aren't a lot of fan projects that
actually get completed.
Well, the other thing is there's a lot of fan projects that are more homages. Like there's a lot of things on YouTube these days. Like animation on YouTube is a huge sort. Did you guys ever see the what's it called? I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen, like, there's animated videos about everything. There's some Dark Souls ones that I always love that are hilarious, but like, you guys know what I'm talking about, that there's tons of homages to things on YouTube, especially about like Dark Souls and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? There's just always, I feel like that's kind of the creative output a lot more these days, is people who just go do things on YouTube, even though that's kind of dying since animation is such a zero-sum game on YouTube. I don't know. I wish it was easier to find out about this kind of stuff. Or I wish there was... It's one of those impossible situations where it's like, I wish I could help these projects out, but I have no technical skills and they can't take money because then they'll get really shut the fuck down.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. What are you gonna do? Nothing.
Nothing you can do.
Yep.
Just have to accept it and pray that some of these find release and you get to play it before it gets taken down.
Yeah.
It's the life of a fan.
The life of a fan trying to access fan-made content.
Trying to buy these games that are sold out in North America. Man, these
Wow.
companies. Anyway.
All right, I guess that might be it, I think.
I think we can also just head to our weeks just so we can end nice and early. I mean, we're at about an hour and a half after, or probably a little under an hour and a half after editing, so it's not like we haven't done much.
Look, listeners, congrats. You don't have to listen to us for 2 hours rambling about literally nothing. Just an hour and a half this week.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess we can take a little longer on the weeks since we're ending a little early. Freeman, you got anything going on this week?
I got some important stuff at work. Like last week, we didn't do any D&D because I was at this hackathon my company was running, and we may have become semi-finalists. We have to present ours tomorrow, so I got to get to sleep early. But for the rest of this week, I think honestly it's just catching up on the new anime that started this season I haven't started yet, and then also just playing Octopath Traveler. I've given up playing Captain Spirit. I didn't start it this week, but I definitely just want to get as far through Octopath Traveler while it still has my attention before I try and do anything else.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Look, man, it'll happen. I have to play it before Life is Strange 2 comes out, and that's in like October or something.
Freeman, you also have so many other things to play too soon.
I have a lot.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts is like right coming out now.
That's never coming out. Let's be real here. But actually, I need to beat Dream Drop Distance so I understand the plot going into 3. But fuck that game. I don't want to play that. But I have to. I have to play it. I don't want to play it. Fuck that. No. Except I'm going to play it. So, yes. That's happening sometime between now and January 2019 when the game is allegedly releasing.
Quote unquote.
Massive air quotes on that one. But that should be it for my week. Nothing too crazy.
Sweet. Tyler?
Going to Ohio.
Begrudgingly
Going to Ohio. I really don't want to go. I'm not in the mood, but I gotta go anyway because that's what the parents want.
Blat.
Yep. That's really it. And I don't know what the hell I'm going to be doing there. I'm literally going to be doing nothing. My parents are like, "Oh, you need a vacation."
And you're going to play Octopath Traveler the whole time.
I'm literally going to play Octopath Traveler the entire time.
Hell yeah, dude.
Or read some of my books or whatever. I still need to finish Briefcases.
Yeah, you fucking do.
I know. I got through a huge chunk today, actually, while I was at work. Because I was at the rehab institute. I got through I read through Bombshells, Tim.
What was that one?
With Molly and
Oh no,
Andy.
not in Antarctica. Not in a lot. What?
With Molly and Andy, was it Butters' one girlfriend or was
Butters?
the
Oh,
werewolf?
Andi. I keep forgetting.
Yeah,
I never think of her as Andi.
and Justine, they all like infiltrate the party and like do like this whole covert shit. I liked it. I thought that was a pretty good story.
They're all pretty good, but yeah, you have there's one story near the end where it's the first time we've ever seen Molly do anything as
oh yeah, I'm reading
Lady
that
of Winter.
now. Yeah,
oh my
that's the next one.
God.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
That story is spicy. Literally spicy.
Yeah, I outside that, I got nothing, man. I ain't got.
God, we're all so
shit.
boring.
I'm boring.
I'm gonna talk for a minute because this is what I've been saving. I've been saving my non-anime talk.
Yes.
About Voltron, Legendary Defender.
Oh my God.
So
Jesus
last
Christ.
week I told you guys we had just started season 1 because Val had started it while I was in Atlantic City. We watched a few episodes together. We have now finished everything that is released, which is 6 seasons. We watched through over 2 full seasons on Sunday and watched all of season 6 yesterday.
Wait, how many episodes are in the seasons generally? I think I already asked.
It starts off so the first like season or 2 are 3 or 4 hours, but the last ones are 2 because they're like 6 episodes. So it's not a very long show, even though there's a lot of seasons. I think it's only like 2. The first 2 seasons are more than 10 episodes, and then the rest are like 7 or 6. And cool enough, season 7 is actually coming in less than a month on August 10th. Actually, it's a month from Friday because of the way the weeks work out. No, 3 weeks from Friday because I'm an idiot. But man, I would never have suspected that a Voltron show would be this entertaining. I actually super enjoyed it the whole time.
It's always 50-50 on his Netflix shows.
You're right.
It is. You're totally right. The show is nothing super surprising plot-wise. There's a few twists and turns, but it's pretty well animated. One of the only disappointing things is the intro never changes, even though like who's in the show changes. They literally never change the intro.
Oh my God.
I mean, you can imagine with a show where there's 5 people who make up the pilots of Voltron, at some point one of those pilots might change, even temporarily. The intro never changes who's piloting Voltron. It's a little silly. Even characters who aren't in the show for extended periods are still prominently featured.
Oh my God, that's just lazy.
But it is actually but you kind of makes sense. I mean, you see the intro 6 times in the later seasons.
Yeah.
Like it's not like My Hero where it's 12 episodes for this whole intro and it's crafted for this.
Gotta keep your ideals.
But
Jesus,
God, the animation's good. The action is fun. Some of the actual final fights, like okay, so we just finished season 6. There was a fight that if you had blinked, you would have said it was a DBZ speed fight.
Jesus.
There is some fast, hard-hitting fights that go on, and there are some. So this isn't. I'm
not like you said.
Spoiling.
You said DBZ speed fight. I'm like, what? So it's a lot of like standing around grunting and not actually doing anything.
No, there's like the shots that DBZ does sometimes where it's just the lines of light coming and hitting really fast, like spiraling away and slamming and spiral slam. It actually does that in one of the fights of this season.
Oh damn!
And I was like, wow, this is really fucking hype. There's some really, how Freeman, you'll understand this better. in Gurren, you know how sometimes when like people die, they do the tons of
like pencil
hand-drawn
drawn
lines?
Yes.
They do that shit in this show.
Oh my god.
Where the hypest moments are the super white, like the dirty white background with just the speed lines drawn as the whole animation.
Oh my god.
It's really good. There's some really hype shit. Val already has her beans that she is concerned about. I told you guys before we started, she ordered the Funko Pop limited edition Metal Voltron. Because we love the show. It's super fun. The characters are good. There's a few moments of why don't you guys just talk to each other or figure this out. It's kind of silly seeming, but overall it's actually not that bad. They really actually, are intelligent. Like, it's kind of fun. There's 2 nerds on the Voltron crew instead of just one nerdy guy. There's actually 2 guys who kind of bounce things off each other. Some of them have their own side quest stuff going on. Some of them are just really consistently good. The intro has one of the coolest shots ever, where their base ship is being piloted by 2 people, and they time this music shot with the ship destroying like this whole enemy fleet. It's the coolest shot every time I watch the intro. As soon as you see it once, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's really fun. I was kind of shocked because the whole reason we watched this, I told you guys, it started showing up on Val's Pinterest for no reason.
Amazing.
Like, no one she's friends with liked Voltron stuff. It just showed up along with like Steven Universe and other shows that she watches, and she just watched it while I was gone, restarted it with me, and we blew through it. It's just a shockingly fun time. It's really exciting, and watching them like team build to actually form Voltron as they learn to do that, and they unlock new moves. It's kind of like it's almost like
every anime ever.
Netflix.
No,
pay us money. We're talking about your show.
No, but honestly, I'm kind of rambling, but it's just a really fun time. There's some goofy shit, but the animation, like I said, is really fun. And spoiler, I told you guys this. In season 6, there is an episode called Monsters and Mana where the cast plays D&D in universe.
Goddamn.
And every character acts exactly how you'd want. Oh my god. Val's favorite character plays a paladin, and then when he dies, he says, well, I just want to play a paladin again. Why would you want to play anything but the paladin?
Wow.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's such a fun time. I highly recommend to anybody who's looking for a Netflix show, just give Voltron a try. Just give it a few episodes. It starts out kind of, samey, whatever. But by the end of the first season, things are popping off. And it's not like a Power Rangers or probably Voltron as a kid where there's just, oh, look at this one baddie who lasts forever. Like, they kind of start off with that as that monster of the week thing, but within like 4 or 5 episodes they've abandoned that. It's just a flowing plot line instead of this. Like, they literally start off and it's like, launch the villain. Bam, let's fight this villain. They do that like 3 or 4 times in the first season, and then they never do it again. They never like launch the one bad guy.
Damn.
So it's fun. I'm just gonna leave it with that. It was a very fun time. I recommend it. Other than that, as of today, the 4th of 5 episodes of my Shadows of the Empire PC playthrough came out. 5th version will probably be out before this episode's out on YouTube, but not before the audio version's out on Twitter. That was really fun to actually go back there. I didn't know this. There were apparent. So, did either of you play Shadows of the Empire on the N64?
No, I haven't.
Nope.
So it was a decent game. It's more well known because even before Rogue Squadron, it was the first. I think it was the first like home console video game piloting version of Hoth, where you could actually tow cable AT-ATs.
Oh man.
And then you never pilot a ship outside of your own ship in like a totally different kind of sequence for the rest of the game. It's just funny. But on PC, they actually had pre-rendered cuts, like CGI cutscenes that I had never seen in my entire life. So it was really cool to do this new version of the game with these cutscenes and see them for the first time. And I beat through the game in like 2.5 hours or less. So I just upload the whole thing. I then recorded 3 sessions of Empire Earth when I should not have recorded a single one because I have so much of it recorded already, but fuck it. I love that game. But this week, I found out I might be not having my other D&D game tomorrow, even though it's been over a month since we played. So I'm probably going to force myself.
Not playing D&D.
Well, you guys all had shit going on.
Me.
Hey, man.
Me.
I'm not sorry.
Freeman had 1, Luigi had 2,
sorry.
and then I'm sure by the time they come back, Leslie's going to have something, and yada, yada, yada.
Just gonna throw the game out.
Oh my God, Tyler.
It's not worth it. No one wants to play it.
Oh my God, shut up.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah, see? no one wants to fucking play it.
Anyway.
No, I'm actually sorry.
Oh my God.
No,
Anyway. I'm going to start a playthrough probably of Jedi Outcast Season 2 tomorrow.
It's a weird way to say Persona 4, but alright.
I'm never going to play Persona 4. I'm just killing... Look, it's all killing time until August 1st when Yakuza 0 comes out and I can throw my life into playing Yakuza.
Alright, that's justified then.
That's all it is. Actually, in news that will help me be ready for that and have more time to play... I found out that I should be finally finishing this commute I'm doing to this other company middle or end of next week. So by Friday next week, I should be done commuting an hour each way every day, which means a lot more time here to play games at the end of work. Because just leave at 4 and be home by 4:05 instead of leaving at 4:15 and being home at 5:30.
Nice.
So... that'll be nice to have more time to record and just grind Yakuza, because I'm going to be grinding the fuck out of Yakuza once that game's out. But yeah, other than that, still trying to figure out Commander on Saturdays, because I went to a store and had 3 shitty games for me. I told you about it a little bit.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh! Godzilla Anime, the second movie, comes out tomorrow.
Oh shit, I gotta watch the first one.
I pulled it up on Netflix before the podcast, and I was like, oh my God, there it is. And then I had forgotten. Netflix likes to pre-put these pages there now, even though the thing isn't out yet, so you can watch the trailer if you want to. Oh, God. And Netflix just put some audio over. Thank goodness you guys weren't talking. Netflix did its autoplay trailer bullshit.
Oh my God, it's so annoying.
PC.
Yo, hold real quick.
God damn it!
I finished beating the beginning. I finished beating the beginning. It was terrible. But Netflix, they autoplay trailers during the credits of their shows. Except in this Netflix original anime, there was a very important after credits scene that led into season 2. Except you wouldn't see it because Netflix tried to force you to watch a trailer instead. That shit's obnoxious.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to interrupt with that. I forgot about that. Also, don't watch Be the Beginning. It's terrible.
I'm trying to play games before I go to sleep.
Yeah. Sorry, I zoned out for a second. But yeah, so I'm gonna watch the shit out of that Godzilla movie tomorrow. Oh, I'll probably do it at work because work's so slow at this customer. I've been posting on Twitter about how I've been watching movies now that I finished watching the God of War Let's Play I was watching. As me and Tyler talked about, I might be potential. I have thought the thought of buying a PlayStation 4 to actually play that game someday, because that game looks fucking great. But either way, I have been tweeting about watching movies. Have either of you seen Two Guns? It was a Denzel Mark Wahlberg movie.
That was such a shitty movie. Why are we talking about it? That was such a shitty movie. Don't talk about this, Tim.
Are you kidding me?
Your taste in movies is fucking null and void now.
That movie is so funny.
Oh my God.
Holy shit, is it hilarious.
Podcast actually canceled.
No.
Fuck this shit.
Freeman, have you seen this movie?
No.
Freeman, you have to watch this movie.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. No, he has to watch it to be the deciding vote.
No, absolutely
You're full of shit.
No.
You're full of garbage.
No. Oh my God.
It's
fuck
Mark Wahlberg and Denzel Washington.
I'm sorry, this movie looks terrible.
Shut the front door. You're
terrible.
a liar. Oh my God, it's so funny. It was such a good time. They're 100% such idiots.
Every single poster for this movie is the same picture.
Yeah, it's Denzel and Mark Wahlberg back to back shooting guns.
Jesus,
Two guns.
learned something new about Tim today.
Yeah, Tyler, you can't say my taste in movies is bad because I also fucking loved John Wick and you loved John Wick. So
I might as well
you
not
can't do
like
anything.
John Wick anymore. I'm gonna toss out my Blu-ray
God.
discs.
Oh my god.
Tossing them out.
So I watched that good movie yesterday, and then
Jesus
yesterday
Christ.
and today I started and finished. I rewatched Big Hero 6
I still haven't seen it.
because
I gotta watch
Tyler,
it.
you gonna come on, Tyler? Is that a bad
It's
movie?
a shit
huh?
movie now.
Yeah, I
It's a
fucking
bad
thought so.
movie.
Big Hero 6 is also really, really fun. Man, just another one of those really fun Disney animated movies that came out in the last few years. Because fuck Tyler. Man, this podcast is canceled. Tyler has no taste in movies.
All I remember was seeing the trailer for Big Hero 6, and then you mentioned the name San Francisco. And
yes.
prior to that trailer, that was like a fan name that people referred to, like wherever Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney took place, because it was very clearly Japan, but they kept insisting it was in California.
San Francisco.
Someone kept calling it San Francisco until that trailer came out.
That's funny. No, Big Hero 6 is it's actually really fun. Baymax is like the cutest guy in a movie ever. It's so adorable. He makes, oh man, if you want to just have a smile and you're not Tyler, because Tyler clearly doesn't know what he's talking about, just go watch the Big Hero 6 fist bump scene. It's one of the funniest things ever. Oh my god, him making the noise.
Fucking two
is
guns.
Just fantastic.
I feel, but
it's so funny.
Who are you?
What
Who
do you
the
mean?
fuck
It's
are
hilarious.
you, Tim?
What is so bad about this movie?
No, I feel like I
No.
haven't known you. I've known you for almost 3 years now,
This escalated, guys.
and I don't know who you are.
Tyler, their banter is so funny. They sound like a married couple. It's hilarious.
All right, listen. If you want to hear some married couple banter and it's a cop drama, go watch Bad Boys. All right, one of the greatest action films of all time. Don't waste your time, listeners, on this garbage that Timpedia is spewing out.
Oh my god, it was such a. It's just a dumb fun time.
Bad Boys is on Netflix. Go watch it.
Oh my god.
Bad Boys 2, if you have HBO Go, Bad Boys 2, highly recommended. One of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Go watch it. Don't watch Two Guns. It's garbage. But
all right, I've got the hiccups. So I'm ending this podcast right now.
Hold on. And I got because everybody wants to keep talking about their movies. Man on Fire.
Okay. Never seen it.
What the actual aneurysm. You're telling me you see Denzel Washington, Two Guns, but not Man on Fire?
Tyler, there's so many movies everybody hasn't seen. I still have to try to find time to show Val John Wick 1 so that she'll immediately want to watch John Wick 2.
This movie looks like fire.
It's great.
Podcast canceled. Bye, everybody.
Podcast canceled after 52. Goodbye, everyone.